There's a big winter storm heading our way. It's currently pummeling the United States with sleet, snow, and freezing rain. And over the last couple days, it's taken a more northerly direction in its track. Initially, it looked like it was going to go south of us, south of the Great Lakes, but now it's heading more directly at us, at least on its western flank. So it looks like we could be in for a fairly big snowstorm. Today is Saturday, January 24th, and the big storm is slated to hit us tomorrow at about noon. So we have about a day left until that approaches and gets here. This morning we hit a low for this winter so far at minus 32 degrees centigrade, so a very cold morning. And it looks like the next week is going to be quite cold as well. Not quite that cold, but still going down to near minus 20 at night and highs of like minus 10, so very cold stretch. And we'll have to see what this storm does to us tomorrow. It's Monday, January 26th at about 9:40 in the morning, the day after the big snowstorm and ice storm that's been hitting the eastern and northeastern United States and southern Canada. And I thought we were going to get away pretty lightly. For most of yesterday, it was just snowing with very fine snow and not that heavy. But I guess overnight we must have got into the heavier snow bands, because this morning we've got, I estimate, anywhere from 10 to 12 inches or 25 to 30 centimeters of new snow on the ground. And I've spent this morning cleaning out the bird feeding area, and I'll have to be doing some snow blowing shortly after my morning walk here with Bandit. And it's minus 15 degrees right now. It was minus 17 when I got up. So still continuing very cold. And from what I can see now, we've got anywhere from 2 feet to 2.5 feet of snow on the ground. So it's really adding up. Probably the deepest snowpack I've seen here in many years. Little bit of sunlight peeking through now as the storm heads off to the east. Well, it's starting to look like the old-time winters in Canada, the ones I remember from the 60s and 70s, that typically had lots of snow and quite a few extended cold periods too. Well, there's definitely a feeling of deep winter out here today. Deep snow on all the branches and trees, and nary a sound to be heard. Even in the woods here, it looks like there's a good 1.5 feet or 45 centimeters of snow, minimum. Well, I'm not going to complain about this snow because it's very light, and it could have been worse. We could have had an ice storm like in the southeastern United States. It's one thing if you get the ice and it melts off fairly quickly, but I think down there they're facing the prospect of having cold temperatures remain below freezing for several days. So any ice accumulation on trees and wires and things are not going to melt off very quickly. It's going to be hanging on there for days. And if you couple that with winds, that's when damage can take place. The trees can break and fall over, and lines can snap more easily. So I'll take this light, white, fluffy snow any day over that. It's 4 o'clock now on the 26th, and I was out snow blowing this afternoon for a couple hours. And now when I walk along this trail through the sand pit, I can see the snow depth is anywhere from 2 feet to 2.5 feet, or even 3 feet in some places. So getting very deep, probably the deepest I've ever seen it, or at least one of the deepest I've ever seen it.